Good morning. I hope that you are coming in and coming into the space. We want to share a bit today and talk about thriving. We know how to survive. We're here, but we've got to begin to thrive. Good morning. Please let me know you are here. Uh, Good morning, Elder. Good to have you here. Good morning, my joy. Great, great, great. I see that there are at least five. Good morning, Dr. Lee. Good morning, my sunshine. Good morning, Pammy. Glorious morning to you as well. Okay, I'm going to jump right in this. As you can see, my normal is to be, fully dressed, fully jeweled, all of those things. But not today, because today we're talking about thriving and intentional balance. Good morning, Miss McClellan. Good morning, Lady Clarice. And I intentionally dressed down because it's important for as I'm learning, and I can hear my elder laughing right now, that I'm learning what it means to intentionally find some balance. It doesn't mean you have to be off all day sometimes. Sometimes it means that you've got to get yourself to a place where you can commune with God, where you can commune with you. I know often we say that the only time we should be down is when we're communing with God, but that's not true. Self-care means that not only am I communing with God, but I'm communing with me. And that means spending time with you and identifying those things which you may need to continue to do your best. Productivity is always thwarted, is always lessened by the propensity to burn out. And I don't know about you, but I know that I struggle with that so much doing and doing and doing and going and thinking, because sometimes you don't have to be involved in anything for your brain to be absolutely engaged. And sometimes we have to learn how to, like I said a few weeks ago, turn down the volume, turn down the noise, but we also have to turn down the push, turn down the mind, turn it down so that you can spend time with you. With you, and then be in a place where you can hear from God. Listen, 24 hours. 24 hours of being kind of off the grid, but not fully off the grid, still gives you some what's it called, an injection of self-care. Had the opportunity to spend just a few hours looking at some water this weekend. Water is my happy place. For those of you who know me, you know that's the truth. But spending some time looking at some water, still doing my work, still doing my reading, still being productive, but not doing it in a way where I was so on it that I could not pay attention to me, to pay attention to my breathing, to pay attention to how I really feel. As opposed to pushing and pressing and doing and making sure that I'm meeting deadlines and making sure that I'm doing all the things that I'm being pulled in all of these directions to get done, and that which I impose on myself. Because here's here's the thing. Some of what we do, we impose on us. Others aren't imposing it on us. We impose it on ourselves because we have our own concept of what we ought to be doing. For me, I hear my mother's voice sometimes. I hear my granddaddy's voice sometimes. And sometimes when you do that, often when that happens, I'm pushed to keep going when I really just need to stop and breathe and take a moment and intentionally balance. Because when that happens, Then you get, we used to talk about second wins. Sometimes I need a third and a fourth win. And I get that win because I've taken the time to be still. And that doesn't mean you're not progressing. It just means that you've learned to be still for a moment and regroup, refresh, and renew intentionally. Not because you got sick, not because you got laid on your face, laid on your back, but because intentionally, that's right, Marcus, come on, breathe. Intentionally, you stopped, inhaled, and exhaled. Paid attention to what that feels like. Good morning, Dr. Burns. And when we pay attention to what that feels like, then and we glean from it and we say, oh wow, that felt good. Then we'll return to it more and more, not to get us off track, but to keep us on track, because our thriving comes when we intentionally balance our lives. That's why I'm in a tracksuit this morning. Not because I've done so much workout, although I've done some walking, but because I know that when I'm in this, I approach things differently. I approach what I have to do differently so that therefore I'm able to be more productive. So I encourage you to try it. Those of you who are constantly on the move, those of you who are constantly moving and pushing and pressing and always looking for what's next and always trying to reach that next pinnacle, I want you to know that there's nothing wrong with being purposeful. But if you're going to be purposeful, if you're going to keep purpose in your life, then you've got to do this too. You got to know that a purpose life requires intentional balance to thrive. If you need to write it down, take a picture of it, I don't care what you need to do. A purpose life requires intentional balance to thrive. So if we're going to be thrivers, if we're going to do the things that we really want to get done, if we really want to reach the places that we are poised to meet, if we really want to serve this present age, our calling to fulfill, we've got to do what Jesus told the disciples in Mark 6:31. He said, come away to a desolate place and rest. Come away to a desolate place and rest. So as you go forth today, find moments. Those of you who have Apple Watches, it's in the watch. Put on your breathe, put in your mindful, click on mindfulness. It'll give you your minutes, your moments of the day. Those of you who do not, just take it. Just say at 12:35, I'm going to stop till 12:37, and I'm just going to breathe. I'm going to take it in. I'm going to release whatever is on my mind for 2 minutes so that I can reapproach it from a place of refreshment and renewal so that I can thrive. And you're right, Marcus, say that. Don't quibble with it. Don't say, I can't. I wish, but I got to finish this. Nope, stop and take it. Thank you, Dr. Ruth. Stop, take it in, breathe, rest, create your desolate place, and intentionally balance your day so that you can look back at the end of the day and say, you know what? I got everything I needed to get done, but I also took some time to spend time with me and to spend time giving praise and grace and to spend time with my God. And then that's a productive day. That's a thriving day. So go forth and thrive. Intentionally balance your life. Breathe, rest, worship, and then get back on task. And I promise you, getting back on task will feel so much better when you've taken some time to breathe, to rest, to worship, so that you can thrive, purposed lives require intentional balance. And be encouraged. See you soon.